Hey everyone, today in this video I want to talk about TikTok because there's recently been a lot of news that it's actually going to be banned in the US because the government's scared that the data TikTok collects is actually being given to the Chinese government. It hasn't been made official, but there was an actual hearing for the CEO to defend the allegations and answer some questions about the company. The CEO of TikTok is a man called Shou-Zi Chew, and he answered all the questions that the Congress had about TikTok. The funny thing is, and the main reason why I wanted to talk about the situation is because the people who were asking the questions were really out of touch with technology. The politicians struggled to have a basic understanding of what TikTok was, how it was managed, or how it even worked. There were moments where a politician would ask a question so confusing that the CEO had to stop and take time to process the question. And then the politician would act like the CEO is shady for not giving a concrete answer. They were even accusing of TikTok being able to do technical stuff that not even other apps could do, like being able to access other devices through Wi-Fi.
Mr. Chew, does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the
So if I have a TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
It will have to access the network to get connections to the internet, if that's the question.
Is it possible then that it could access other devices on that home Wi-Fi network?
Congressman, we do not do anything that is beyond any industry norms. I believe the answer to your question is no. It could be technical. Let me get back to you.
Okay, I'd appreciate it if you could answer that.
Another time, one politician asked if the app can see your pupil dilating and use that information to see what you like, which is an idea that is so dumb only these people could come up with, that because they're so scared of every piece of data being collected from them. The CEO responded with that the only time it tracks your eye is when you're using a filter, and even then it gets rid of data after you're done.
Can you tell me right now, can you say with 100% certainty that TikTok does not use the phone's camera to determine whether the content that elicits a pupil dilation should be amplified by the algorithm? Can you tell me that?
The only face data that you'll get, that we collect, is when you use the filters to have, say, sunglasses on your face. We need to know where your eyes are. And
Why do you need to know what the eyes are if you're not seeing if they're dilated?
And that data is stored on your local device and deleted after use if you use it for facial. Again, we do not collect body, face, or voice data to identify our users.
I find that hard to believe.
His answer made sense, but even the politician asked again, why would it track your eyes if it's not tracking if your pupil's dilated or not? This proves that he has no idea how filters work, and he was just trying to get an answer that proves that TikTok tracks that kind of data. There was a 7-hour stream of the hearing, and you could just hear the distrust and disdain in the politician's voice when they were asking questions about TikTok. Mainly because the US and China have a tense relationship when it comes to data and information, especially when it's over citizens and like government or military officials. The biggest fear is that TikTok would track data on government devices and then give it to China for them to like use as blackmail or to spy on people. The problem is there hasn't really been any evidence to prove that TikTok allows China to choose what they collect, but the US is still scared they could do in the future, which is why they're trying so hard to get it banned right now. This results in the politicians trying really hard to get the CEO to say stuff that could back up the allegations of how they use data throughout the app, and they do this by asking really dumb questions and just like embarrassing themselves. At one point they just lie about laws.
I mean, the CCP holds what's called a golden share in ByteDance that allows the CCP to control one board seat in ByteDance. That's publicly
That's not correct. On our website, we have updated it so we can give people more transparent information on this. They have a share in a subsidiary that is only for the Chinese business. It has nothing to do with TikTok. And it's for the purposes of content licensing in China.
There was one part that you could agree with, and that was how the app spreads content that mentions stuff like suicide or violence.
You couldn't take action after 41 days when a clear threat, a very violent threat to the chairwoman of this committee and the members of this committee was posted on your platform.
Would you share this content with your children?
You gotta kill yourself.
Oh, word? Like right now?
And then I'm gonna put a shotgun in my mouth and blow the brains out of the back of my head.
Cool.
This is a cute story. My brother, who is addicted to painkillers, blew his head off on the State Street Bridge. Bam! Now hold on, it gets better. No letter, no goodbye, nothing.
Got a question?
If I died, would you miss me?
Please. Your technology is literally leading to death.
But the problem is, most of those kinds of TikToks, especially that gun one, are meant to be taken as a joke. And most of the suicidal ones are meant to be taken as a joke, or like not 100% serious. I'm not saying that kind of harmful stuff doesn't exist on the app, it definitely does. But the politicians are trying to act like it's everywhere on TikTok, and that's being promoted as well. The overall hearing was painful to listen to, and you also watch the CEO being asked aggressive questions that he isn't even able to like defend against properly. Personally, I don't really think TikTok's gonna be banned simply because of how big it is and how there's a lot of ways they can try to appease the US and still be used there. But at least it was entertaining to see the hearing and see how much of a mess it was. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video as well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.